you're going to submit your script, which is 10% of the 20%, and then you're going to submit your video presentation, which you can do as a PowerPoint that you've screen recorded, or a Google slide that you've screen recorded with your video, with your webcam. I am going to show you how to do the video presentation, and I want to also go over what you'll need to submit. This final presentation is in place of a final exam. This is how I would do it. So I would look and I would read these instructions carefully. And if you notice that you're going to have different sections that have to go into your slides, there's going to be mi rutina diaria, mi restaurante favorito, mi estilo personal, lo que hay en mi casa. Notice that it has maybe a slide structure that you could use, mi rutina diaria, and then you have some notes in English. However, I also provided some questions. If you answer these questions, that'll give you the content for these sections. And if that is still not enough, then I've gone and added some kinds of sentence starters that you could use. Don't copy these word for word, of course. I want to show that you've been able to change them according to what you do. But these sentence structures will help you build up your own sentences. And if you need even more support, I've given you some words that you might want to be able to integrate, some transition words, some of the reflexive verbs about what you do for your routine. This is how I would do it. The first thing I would do is I would write my script. So if I'm looking at a section and I have this section on mi rutina diaria, and maybe I have these questions that I want to answer. So I might copy that, open a document. If you don't know how to use a Word document, you can always go to Office 365 account, and then you go to Word, and then you would go to a blank document and open a Word document like that. You can also use a Google Doc and then convert that to a Word document. Let me show you how to make sure that you're checking the grammar. One of the things that I like to do is go to review, and then you're going to go to this editor button here to the left. You're going to go to set proofing language, and I would set your proofing language from the very, very beginning, because then you know that it's going to correct your Spanish. So I'm just going to scroll down, and I'm going to put Spanish International Sort here as my language. Turn on language auto detection. You can also do that. And I do want to check the spelling or grammar, so do not check that box. And now I know that when I type something, and let's see, then it's gonna help me correct the grammar. Another thing you can do is you can go to language tool, and I'll show you that right now. Language tool. It's a free grammar checker. It does use some AI here. I'm gonna sign out though, because I do have a paid account. But if you use the free account, then you basically select your language, and then you go to Spanish, and then you can paste in what you want, or you can even add this extension to your Word document, and then it'll help you check the Spanish. So if I put ¿Cómo estás? And check that it already tells me that I need the accents here, and now it's telling me, okay, to capitalize it, and now it's telling me that I need that upside down question mark. So this is an absolutely great checker. I recommend using this kind of grammar checker rather than just putting everything in some kind of AI translator or something like that. This is going to help you correct the grammar that you've already written. Another thing is you can go to Spanish Dictionary, which is SpanishDict.com, and look up words that you need. If you need to learn how to pronounce a certain word, here I want to pronounce this word. I look it up, and then I'm going to use the
Allí. Allí.
So it gives you the pronunciations. That'll help you practice for when you have to read out these things. I would not use all of these grammar and things that we haven't learned, because I will be taking off if I notice that it is very AI generated. I can tell what you can do, and you've been doing that in the class, so it should really match what you have been learning. So let's look at how to use a Google Doc if you are more familiar with Google Doc. So I'm gonna copy these questions. I'm gonna go to my Google Doc. Maybe I'll put them here, and then I'm gonna try to answer these questions. So, ¿a qué hora te despiertas? I'm gonna spell it wrong. So, me despierto. It's a spin changer. I'm spelling it wrong. A las 8 de la mañana. I'm not mañana. I'm not gonna put the accents, and I'm just gonna see if this will spell check it. So I'm gonna select all, go to File, go to Language. I'm gonna choose Spanish as the language. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually go to extensions, and I'm gonna get an add-on, and I'm gonna add language tool. So I actually have it already on mine, but I'm gonna add language tool, grammar and spell checker, and it checks your grammar and your spelling in different languages, English, but then also other languages too. So I already have it installed, but you're gonna go ahead and install it. So then once you have that under extensions, then you can go and then go to tools. Go to extensions, and then here it says grammar and spell checker language tool, and you're going to go to check full document. Okay, give it permission. Okay, I got to give it permission. Yes. Okay, I'm going to give it permission. And now on this right side, it's going to show the errors. So here, okay, so I know it's not the past tense, I just want the present tense. Okay, yeah. And then mañana is going to give me that. Okay, I'm going to click that. So you can use that. Then I'm going to, once I have all my script together, I'm going to create a PowerPoint. I don't know where you get your templates from, but I use the slidescarnival.com. And then maybe I'm going to do something, since it's all about me, I'm just going to put about me here and see if I like something here. I'm a teacher, so I'm going to get this teacher, and I'm going to either make it import it as a Google slide or even as a PowerPoint. I'm going to go and do Google Slides. Okay, so I'm going to make a copy. You can use PowerPoint too, so it doesn't matter. I would get my slides together, get my photos, and then what I would also do, since I have this language tool extension here, you can double check your Spanish with this checker here. And now I've got my slide together. This is fine. We have our script together. We've submitted. You can submit the script in advance if you want. So if you look here, it's final exam script. It should be called final video script, but you can submit it early if you would like me to comment on it before you do your video. I am ready to record and make a video. I'm going to go to Studio on the left side of your course. We're going to go to Create, Studio Capture, and you're going to actually have to show your entire screen. So you should probably take things off of the screen or move them down or something like that, just so you know, because if you want your video to show of your face and you also want the studio to show, then you're gonna have to do that. You're gonna have to show the entire screen. So now what I want to do is I'm gonna go to screen capture, I'm gonna enable, and I'm gonna show entire screen. Entire screen is the only way for your video of your face and the screen to show at the same time. I'm going to click on it, and then I'm going to hit the share button. I'm going to enable my camera. Yes. You may have something that pops up at the top here in the browser or on the top of your screen. Make sure you enable all of those video things. And if you're on a Mac, you have to make sure a lot of things are enabled. If you're having any issues, we can meet so we can make sure your tech is all working. All right. So now you notice that it will show my screen. It'll show the little video on the side. It looks like there's all these random extra videos. Don't worry about that right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna hit the start button, and that's gonna go away, and I'm gonna do my slideshow. It has my little video here. Okay, so now it's using my studio here. It says screen recording is in process. Okay, I'm gonna finish the recording. You can also pause it, and let's see what happened here. Push save, and then it's uploading it, and it creates this video for me. Okay. Let's see, it takes a second to process. You can name it, you can rename it under details. I'll just call that something. Save. Okay, and I'm just gonna play it, and that's gonna go away. And let me do full screen so you can see it. I'm gonna still processing, so it looks blurry. Slideshow, and oops. Okay, yeah, I think it's still blurry while it's processing, or I needed to add some kind of configuration to it, but it's good enough. So then that is the video. Now the question is, how do you submit the video? You're going to go to the assignment, which is the video assignment. You are then going to go, let me go as a student so you can see. You're going to go to submit here. It is going to have this button. You're going to need to make sure you agree to the terms. Then you're going to go to view all, and you're going to choose studio here. Now, because I'm in this version, it's not going to allow me to see my videos. So I'm going to leave the student version really quickly so that you can see. And I'm going to show you what it looks like. So you're going to go to view all, choose studio. It's going to go to your library, and then you're going to click on the video that you want to bring in, and you're going to go to embed video right here, and that will embed your video. Okay, so that is it for that.